Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we want to tell a story. The story of Darth Sidious the Forgotten. How has this figure taken this long? We've had Black Series for what, a decade now? And we are finally just now getting to Darth Sidious. Episode 3. Here we go. So ready to get into this bad boy, so let's crack it open and have some fun. Alright, here we go with Darth Sidious. Something, just as a box reference here, the side of the box action, it looks like we have inside of his room from, you know, the big battle between him and the other Jedi, Mace, before Anakin obviously does what Anakin does, spoiler alert. So typically in these you can kind of get an idea of what's coming. Obviously with this one there's not a whole lot to go off of. I can see maybe a re-release of Mace, and maybe like a Sith Anakin. You can go ahead and put on a... I know it wouldn't technically fit that picture, but you could do like a Sith Anakin with the yellow eyes from Episode 3, and I think that would work okay. That's a nice way to get him back in the line with the different head sculpt and things like that. But anyway, off to accessories. We've got 2 lightning hands. So pretty cool there. Not one that I'm going to display like this. Just not needing it. Cool, good for figure photography, things like that. But I did have to do it for the Joris Sabayoth 4-pack that I got recently. Review here on the channel because it just looks like the book cover, and I really dig that. Here's another first time in the line for the Black Series, and that is Darth Sidious lightsaber. And Uncle BJ was saying that he was questionable on this one, but he kind of needs this lightsaber, so it's going to be a decision on Uncle BJ's part for sure. Otherwise, typical normal lightsaber, and it does detach. So if you want to hide the lightsaber up his sleeve, you are more than welcome to do that. Well, there's a nice close-up look. Very nice lightsaber. All right, main event time. The Emperor, the Dark Lord of the Sith, none other than Darth Sidious. Look at that. That's a great looking face. Very nice. Molded on top. I appreciate that because it's a very particular look of how his what they call it, a cowl, I guess, kind of like Batman. His hood, whatever you want to call it, sits on him. So it's a very particular way that it sits on him, and I think this is a great way of getting that. Let's go ahead and get a little more light action. There we go. Nice and bright. Just have a little emblem here, and then you get into your soft goods overlay here, and then another under layer, and then another folded layer there, which obviously is just kind of done by stitching stuff there. But you have a nice little collar here, very pale white hands underneath, hand for the lightsaber, and then this hand is kind of a pointing rise, Vader, you will do what I tell you to do, yada yada yada. Padme, to save Padme, you must slice up a bunch of people, and that will give you the power. I'm serious. That's how that works. Trust me. I'm Darth Sidious. Very relatable. Anyway, moving on down here, we got some Sidious wrapped boots there, kind of reminiscent of the Kylo Ren figure undercovers. Looks good. On the back, does have that continue on little layer there. Looks really good. Let's see. What if I had to complain? Let's complain. I would prefer over the lightning hands, which I know why they did it. It's an obvious thing, but I would prefer his hands to be how he walks out from behind the table. With his battle with Yoda, how he talks to Anakin, and he kind of holds them up in this kind of vein in front of his body, just kind of out there very creepily, like he's walking along like. So I would have preferred some kind of evil, twisty-turny kind of hands, but this works fine. I understand why they did it. It makes sense. There's no argument there. I think I will put his unlit saber, kind of do the right before he attacks thing with this hand and just go off of that. But super stoked to have this. Definitely needed. We need more prequel stuff. Heck, I'll be honest, we need more sequel stuff. There's plenty of sequel stuff out there that needs to come, but I understand. Right now it's a little touchy for that, but come on, let's get some sequel stuff a little bit, but let's really get some more prequel stuff. So pretty happy with this figure. It's a long time coming. It's definitely a fronter in my collection. But how about yours? Is he going to be a fronter? Is Darth Sidious going to be the man, the myth, the legend that takes over the front spot of your collection? Let me know down in the comments below. And just your overall thoughts on this figure. And what else you would like from this, not a sequel. I don't want to have that in my comment section. But what other figures from the prequel that you're looking forward to getting eventually from Hasbro in the Black Series. But with that said, it's time to get on out of here. It's time to throw one back. But before we do, like I said, please leave us that comment. Subscribe to the channel as we post new content every single day. And of course, like this very video. And for myself, for Darth Sidious, and of course Uncle BJ, it is time to throw one back. And we'll see you all next time.